Hi, welcome to the first episode of Key Moments. This series is almost the same as album impressions, only I'm going to be doing these kinds of episodes when I don't have enough material for a full episode, or I'm just stating my opinion more in general. The album I'm reviewing today is Wishful Thinking by Neck Deep. Neck Deep are a pop-punk band originated from Wrexham, Wales. This is their debut album. The only other album that I've listened to by them is Life's Not Out to Get You, which as of this recording is their newest one. This album has a much rougher sound than Life's Not Out to Get You. Life's Not Out to Get You seems a lot more polished. Just another note, Ben Barlow, the lead singer, says that a big influence on them is A Day to Remember. I can't really hear that so much, but they sound a lot like Sum 41, which is another one of their influences that they've cited before. I can especially hear it on a track like Say What You Want, which is like a 1-minute song. And from the two Sum 41 albums that I've listened to, they each have a very short song like this that sounds kind of like Say What You Want. Now let's go on to some notable tracks. The album starts off with a big bang with Losing Teeth. It's like a giant burst of sound from like 2 slams of the drum followed by like a short riff from the guitar. It's a really good intro to the album, but not a great song overall in my opinion. The next song's Crushing Grief, No Remedy. It's a good transition into the next song, and not really like a traditional transition, but just it's good song placement. I really like the sort of blown out speaker effect at the beginning, and then followed by a massive drum part that serves as a transition into the like full blast of volume. Just in general, the drums on this album are really good. The drums in almost all the songs provide a great like kick that each song would lose a lot if the drums weren't there. The next song I want to talk about is Staircase Wit. This one is great. From my very first listen, this was already my favorite song on the album, and it hasn't changed. The starting guitar sounds almost like heavenly with the reverb. Also, the lyrics are like really clever. I just like the idea of a song sung about a staircase wit, aka thinking of something to say just a little too late. Just in general, Neck Deep's lyrics are really poetic and like quotable. A lot of the time, instead of just being like whiny like some other pop-punk bands do, they take a more intelligent approach, I guess, to the ideas in their lyrics, which I really like. With Damsel in Distress, all I really have to say is I like the idea of a song being written about a hero kind of forgetting about the damsel in distress in the song. For Zoltar Speaks, all I really have to say is I like the ending where it sounds like it's about to end and then it goes almost like a whole octave higher. That song transitions immediately into Growing Pains. Again, this is what I was talking about before with the lyrics. They seem really well thought out. I especially like the line, "When I'm away and you can't sleep, just know that it's the same for me." Overall, this is one of my favorites, mostly because of the lyrics though. The next one I want to talk about is What Did You Expect? The bridge sounds like it could be the climax of the album. Near the end of the song he says, "Well, what did you expect? A compliment?" And then everything just goes silent. Overall though, it's a pretty bland song. The next song I want to talk about is Blank Pages. In Blank Pages, I like the opening line and the tempo change for the bridge. Finally, Candor, the final song, is alright. It fits, but it's not my favorite. Okay, so now just talking about the cohesion. This album definitely doesn't need to be listened to in order, but it does have its advantages, especially because the front half has the better tracks. It's less about the transitions for me and more about the song placement here. It feels really right, but at the same time, it's kind of a collection of singles. For example, Mileage is by itself, but it really fits with the songs leading up to it. Overall, it's definitely worse than but it's still great. If you like pop punk, Sum 41, or ADTR, definitely check them out.